If this recording sounds familiar, it's because human beings have been trying to describe this same fear for thousands of years. Flood myths, voices from the sky, civilizations destroyed after acquiring forbidden knowledge. Different cultures, same pattern. Human beings like to imagine history as progress, stone to steel, horse to satellite. But history behaves less like a straight line and more like accumulation. Every civilization inherits memory from the ones before it. First through oral tradition, then writing, then architecture, then digital storage. Different technologies, same instinct, to survive being forgotten. In the late 20th century, humanity launched a golden disc into space, containing music, language, mathematics, and human voices. The Voyager Golden Record. Most people remember the optimism behind that project. Very few recognize the fear beneath it. The fear that civilizations disappear faster than information does. Recently, researchers working on quantum signal reconstruction systems discovered something unusual buried inside electromagnetic interference. The experiment itself was simple. Modern civilization produces enormous amounts of informational noise. Satellites, radio traffic, solar interference, military frequencies, communication systems. Researchers wanted to know whether meaningful patterns could exist hidden beneath the chaos. So they trained a quantum system to distinguish random interference from organized information. For days, the machine detected nothing. Then it began reconstructing coherent speech. Not from a radio tower, not from a satellite, not from any identifiable transmission source. The recovered signal referenced ancient archaeological sites, astronomical alignments, and repeating geometric structures appearing throughout civilizations separated by thousands of years. Giza, Göbekli Tepe, Teotihuacan, Yonaguni. Structures humanity has spent centuries attempting to explain. Most historians consider these similarities coincidence. The recovered signal did not. It referred to those locations as resonance structures. Ancient civilizations did not possess quantum computers, but they understood something equally important. Patterns, the sky, cycles, seasonal repetition, collapse. And after collapse, memory degrades. Science becomes mythology. History becomes religion. Warnings become stories. That may explain why disconnected civilizations repeatedly preserve nearly identical fears. Great floods, fire from the sky, returning ages, dreams interpreted as prophecy. Civilizations punished after acquiring forbidden knowledge. Modern civilization assumes mythology was primitive fiction. But what if mythology was actually damaged memory? Fragments surviving catastrophe through oral tradition and symbolism. Before books existed, stories themselves were storage systems. If information needed to survive generations, it had to become emotional, symbolic, memorable. That is why ancient cultures embedded knowledge inside ritual, architecture, religion, and narrative. The recovered signal proposed something stranger still, that sufficiently advanced civilizations eventually discover methods of preserving informational residue directly into large-scale communication systems. Not intentionally at first. The process emerges naturally once civilizations become globally synchronized through communication networks, predictive systems, artificial intelligence, and quantum processing. In simpler terms, civilizations eventually become advanced enough to leave echoes behind. And according to the recovered signal, ancient civilizations may have accidentally detected fragments of those echoes long before modern science understood what they were hearing. That would explain why disconnected cultures repeatedly produce similar symbols, myths, structures, and apocalyptic fears, despite having no contact with one another. Perhaps they were not preserving stories. Perhaps they were preserving interference. The most disturbing aspect of the recovered signal was not the implication that the future contacted the past. It was why. The future civilization was not trying to save humanity. It was trying to survive erasure. The same instinct that created oral tradition eventually created libraries. Libraries became servers. Servers became archives. Archives became continuity systems. Every civilization attempting to leave evidence behind before collapse erased context. And according to the recovered signal, this process may have happened before. That possibility explains why human beings are so deeply haunted by apocalypse. Not because collapse is unimaginable, but because collapse may be culturally inherited. Somewhere beneath religion, history, dreams, and mythology, humanity may remember fragments of previous failure. Not consciously, structurally. That would explain why civilizations repeatedly converge toward the same behavior: expansion, synchronization, technological acceleration, informational overload, and existential instability. Different tools, same trajectory. Officially, the recording recovered during the reconstruction project does not exist. Unofficially, you are listening to it now. And maybe that is the real purpose of civilization. Not survival, memory.